Let me ask you something. What does a sourcing agent actually do? Because in reality, most of them aren't actually doing much. You're supposed to be paying them to manage your China headache, handle your product quality, protect your IP in China, but that's usually not what's happening. Most of them, they just go online, get a quote, mark up the price, give that to you, and then just act like a middleman. So why do so many people work with these so-called China sourcing agents? Well, for one, a lot of the time people don't realize they're working with a middleman. And two, it actually makes sense to have someone on the ground in China dealing with all your problems with you. But if you are going to work with one, which of course sometimes does make sense, there are some questions that you need to ask yourself. Are they actually providing any value? And secondly, are they actually ripping you off? After spending 7 years in this industry, I still can't fully figure out why sourcing in China is still so shady. The factories themselves, well, they tend to actually be pretty transparent and open with people. It's really these trading companies, the low quality middlemen, which are causing the problems in my opinion. I mean, they just want to make easy money after all. So let's talk about some of the key questions that you should be asking your China partner. Number one, how will you manage the price of my product? Number two, how will you protect the IP of my product in China? And three, most importantly, how are you actually going to manage the quality of my product? Now here's the thing, you can ask these sourcing agents any of these questions and they're going to give you an answer. It's going to be like, yeah, we'll manage the quality, yeah, we'll manage the price, yeah, we're going to protect your IP in China. But if something goes wrong, you can guarantee they're going to be nowhere to be found. They ain't going to help you. What you need is a partner that's actually technical, cares about your product and your quality, and can give you clear, actionable answers, not just empty promises. So, let me show you what a clear answer will look like if you're asking one of these trading companies about how they would manage quality. This is an acrylic case. These things are used for storing and grading collectibles, Pokemon cards, CDs, cassettes, etc. The market's really huge for them right now. It's basically two pieces of acrylic that are sealed together after you put a collectible inside, and then you use something called an ultrasonic welding machine to actually seal it together. People are looking for these cases to be absolutely perfect. After all, the items that people are grading and putting inside, they need to last for years, needs to look great, and it also needs to seal properly. People don't want their grade 10 Charizard to be water damaged after 3 months because the case wasn't sealed properly. So, when sourcing this item, there are actually some key quality points that need to be considered. Number one, the acrylic needs to be of the highest quality, and I mean the highest quality. And secondly, this case needs to be crystal clear. Now let me tell you this, you can buy the most expensive raw acrylic material in the world, but if you don't handle your injection mold properly, this thing is going to come out cloudy every time. You need to make sure the factory is polishing the mold to absolute perfection. Sometimes it can take several rounds of polishing before anything's even been made. But here's something else. You need to make sure the factory is actually purchasing the materials that they said they would, not a lower quality acrylic, saving money for them, because in the end, your product quality is going to suffer. Now if you search online, you find a bunch of traders selling these cases, and guess what? A lot of them are actually really selling well. But I've seen some of them firsthand, and they're mostly cloudy, and that's because these traders, well, they didn't care about the raw materials, they didn't care about the polishing of the mold, so this is what happened. So here's the point. When working with a sourcing agent or development partner in China, you got to ask them these key questions. How exactly are you going to manage the quality of my product? And secondly, what are the key critical quality points that you're going to pay attention to? And if they really know their stuff and actually care about quality, they should be able to give you a list of pain points, things that they'll actually check with the factory to make sure your product's made properly. And if they can't show at least some commitment to real quality, then you're probably dealing with the wrong partner. Ask the hard questions. If your sourcing agent can't take you through that process and is just throwing quotations at you left, right, and center, then you're probably dealing with a low quality middleman, and you deserve better. In the end, it's your business on the line, so don't settle for a low-quality manufacturing partner. Find someone that actually cares and is going to bring you a lot of value, because your product, your IP, and your profits, they all depend on it. But for now, thank you for watching. I've been Dan. Please stay tuned for more China sourcing content. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. I'm out.